everyone. Well, it's time to introduce another singer-songwriter. I was going to say musician, but then I thought singer-songwriter, all the way from South Carolina with a beautiful accent, I must say. Tammy Jo Dabbs. Welcome to the show, Tammy.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. I know that you had something happen with your wrist, right, or your arm. So
yes,
yeah. So you're in no pain though.
Oh, I'm in pain, but I do have my cast on.
Oh, so it's painful. Oh, so do you want to share?
Yes, very.
You want to share what happened?
Sure. We had a really bad storm come through, and it knocked down a big oak tree. And during the cleanup, I stumbled and tripped over some of the stuff and broke my wrist.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you'll recover real fast. So now
yes, I hope so.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your singing and songwriting. So when did you first start singing? Let's just say in public.
My first time I ever sang in public, I was 12 years old, and I sang in church. And I never will forget it because my knees kept knocking together. I was petrified.
But you did it.
I did do it. And I knew at that moment, I knew for sure at that moment.
So
I was scared.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody's first time doing something, they're usually, well, if they're normal, I would say they're usually a little bit scared, right? But you got through it, and that was the beginning basically for you, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
So who influenced you growing up musically?
I would have to say my dad.
Okay. Is he also a singer?
And then Tammy Wyenette, Dolly Parton, Loretta Lynn, Joe Conley, Ronnie Millsap. I just loved it. I just love music.
Right. So is that the style of music you sing, or do you sing all kinds of genres?
Country music and gospel. I try to stay more traditional. I know that with the changing times, you have to go with the flow, but I still try to stay true to the more traditional side.
Okay. And now, when did you start writing songs?
Probably about 15, when I was 15.
Okay. And
like a long time.
Yeah. Is that when you also were performing your own songs as well in public?
No, I didn't start performing until probably hit 18.
Okay. But that's pretty nice. Still pretty nice, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, what does music do for you?
Music is a way that I can express myself. You can, everybody around me can always tell how I'm feeling by the music that I'm listening to or that I'm sharing or posting. You know, it could be a sad song to somebody else, but I might not take it as a sad song. It could just relate to a part of my life. It just expresses how I feel at the moment, and it's also comforting. To me.
Right.
It can calm me down. It's a way to ease anxiety, or just to make me have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, something upbeat to dance to and have a good time.
Now, I know something, there was a tragedy early on in your life, right?
Yes.
You want to share that?
Are you referring to my mother passing away?
Yes.
Yes. That was very tragic. And that's when I kind of learned that my way of coping with it was to just escape through music. However, ironically, I did not like country music as a child. Okay. And me and my father would fight over that. And my brother actually banged all my rock and roll tapes up because I love rock and roll.
Okay.
I later came when I hit probably 10 or 11 to like country music. But at first I didn't like country music because my father always referred to me as Tammy Wyenette. And I would tell him, don't you call me another woman's name. My name is Tammy Jo. You call me Tammy Jo. I didn't take it as a compliment, but I do now.
Yeah, when we're children, it's a different, right? We think differently, right?
Exactly. But, you know, losing my mother was very tragic. And that was just my escape.
Yeah, and you were
But
pretty young. I believe you were old. You were 6 years old.
yes,
That must have been
yeah.
really difficult for.
Well, it was. My dad was an awesome dad. He really was. It was just I had a lot of demands on me helping my father with the other children, and it kind of stressed me out. So back then they didn't have the little earbuds like they do now. They had the great big ones. If you remember the Walkmans, I think that's what they had.
Yeah,
So that's what I would listen to. Just pop it in, just get lost and
right. So are you
shut
the,
out the world.
yeah, right. Are you the oldest?
I am the oldest girl. I have a brother who's older than I am.
And how many siblings do you have? Younger siblings?
Um, Three,
Oh,
but only two living
oh,
younger, and then my older brother's living. Yeah.
right. Okay. Okay. So tell me about some of your songs, the titles of your songs.
Spread my wings and fly. I absolutely love that song because it fits me to a T. Jim Collier wrote that song. I actually recorded that song when I was with the Choda Records. Um, love that song. I love the meaning of the song. It's about, I take it as a woman who's just ready to let go in life and live her life finally. And it just fit perfectly with me. I love that song. Then there's one by Niecy Howard. She actually wrote the song. Um, she's since passed and gone on to be with the Lord, but Be My Man, she wrote it off an old Don Williams song.
Okay.
I recorded that one with the Choda. I have a lot of songs.
Right.
I wrote Go Away. I wrote that when I was angry at my husband.
Okay.
I wrote that. So and recorded that one. And If I Could, I wrote that in 2017. Um, I love that one. I think I released that one in 2019 to 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Now, one of the things you mentioned in your bio is that it's not about being a star for you, right? So what is it about?
Just being able to help somebody the way it helps me. Music just helps me and calms me down. If I could just help one person, that's what it's about. If I was going to be a star, I could have done it a long time ago. I had many opportunities presenting themselves to me. It's not about that.
Right.
It's just about reaching somebody. And when you have something inside of you, you got to get it out. You got to share it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I always tell my children that I don't know. I can just feel it on the inside of me. It's like the music's playing through me. I don't know how to describe it. And if I can make somebody else feel that way, then I've done my job.
Good for you. Yeah, that does sound so awesome. So now, okay, so where have you been, or tell me about some of the places you've performed? Like I believe you've been to Nashville, right?
I've been to Nashville many, many times. I've seen God everywhere, except Texas, and I cannot wait to go to Texas. I sang in North Carolina, South Carolina, Nashville, Virginia, West Virginia, all up and down the East Coast. I haven't, per se been to the West Coast. I want to go,
Right.
but my main goal is Texas. I
Right.
want to go to Texas.
Now I know that your career was going well, and then your marriage, and then you had a son, right? So you decided to take some time off.
Right. I just thought that it was more important to raise him. So that's what I did. I always wanted to do it, but I always said, don't be selfish, Tammy Jo. Take care of him, be your mama. And I like being at home with my family. I like my private time. I'm kind of introvert and extrovert where I enjoy being out in public singing, but I'm actually a shy person in public. I don't want everybody at my house. That's me.
Yeah.
I'll be the life of the party, but when I close my door, I want my privacy. If that makes sense.
Oh, listen, I'm very much like you. I'm socially, I have social anxiety actually, but put me in front of the camera or on stage, I'm happy.
And a lot of people don't believe me. So I'm glad that you understand, because I'm the same way.
Yeah, totally get it. So, okay. So now how long have you been away from performing, raising your son until you went back again?
My son's name is Kyle. He was probably 6 or 7 when I walked away from it. And then I just came back into it when I was 43. I'm
Okay.
48 now, so I've been away a pretty good while.
Yeah, yeah. So how was it getting back into it? Was it difficult, or did you just go right back in?
It just fell right into step. Like I passed up several opportunities. I knew I wasn't ready,
Mhm.
and I didn't feel the click like I feel with big records. I just feel that click with Mark Rosner and the whole bunch are just amazing.
No,
I
yes.
just knew it wasn't the right thing. So when I found that right opportunity, I'm like, this is it. This is
Awesome.
what I've been waiting for.
Awesome. That sounds so wonderful. I like that. Yeah, I've interviewed Mark and Pamela as well. And I love that whole what they're doing. I think is really, really good.
Oh,
And
yes.
and
They're
that's what
so amazing.
that's the connection for you and I, right? So I like that.
Right. Well, just the leadership that they provide. And it's not just Mark. I mean, Mark is wonderful. It's the whole team. The leadership, the guidance, they're upfront with everything and the support. It's like a family.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be part of it. Oh, but I'm not a singer.
Yeah.
I
They
was,
probably have something for you. Come on.
well, I have a friend who's a performer, and I said, can't you just at least introduce me on stage? Here is Nancy, or say something. Here's a genuine guitar, and I can walk across the stage. That would be fine. So now, are you a solo performer? Do you perform in a band, or is it a combination of?
I perform with the band, and I'm gonna be performing some with Glenn Kane when we go on tour,
Oh, I'm
and then I
gonna.
also perform by myself.
Right. I'm going to be interviewing him, so that's cool.
He's amazing. You'll love him.
That's cool. Yeah, I love all of the connections. I'm like, it's nice when a guest is talking about somebody that I know of or will be hearing, will be speaking to. So I appreciate that part, right? So yeah. Now, so you decided to go back to your career and building a fan base all over again, right?
Yes.
But I believe you still have that audience. You're still able to captivate them, correct?
I'm thankful. Thank you, Jesus. I was really worried because of the age. I felt, there's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes people don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
Um, and I've always told my children, you shine. Don't you dim your light for anybody. If God gave you a passion, you follow your dreams. So I can't pretty much live an example for them if I'm not doing that myself.
Good point. I think that's really great. So you enjoyed writing. One of the things is this what you wrote? If I could and if I could and go away. Those are your songs.
Correct.
So what were they about?
Yes. If I could, it's about a woman who's tempted by a man, and she really wants to love him, but she finds out she can't because he's taken. But she's saying, if I could, I would.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't cross that line. And then
and go away.
Go away.
That was when you're angry at
There's a woman. Yes. There's a woman who's in love with a man, and he's hurt her so bad, and she's just like, I can't deal with you. You just need to go away right now. She's just falling to pieces on the inside. She wants everything to be perfect, but she doesn't know how to get it perfect.
Yeah, for sure. And it's never going to be perfect, right? Because
doesn't
work.
No.
So I'm glad you're really doing well and that you got back into it. And I hear what you say, like when there's something inside you that you need to be doing, there's always that dissatisfaction if you don't do it, right?
Right. And regret.
Yeah, that's especially so I find with the creative people.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of people always request me to do ballads, but here lately I've got a lot of requests to record an upbeat song.
Oh.
So I did, and it's going to be released July the 15th. Get My Cowgirl On. So be looking for that because it's coming real soon.
All right.
Now, I enjoyed recording that song a lot.
Yeah. I think with COVID, that's one of the things that made people wanting to hear things more positive, right?
Right. Well, this is a good one. I promise.
So repeat the title again.
Get My Cowgirl On.
Get My Cowgirl On, and July 15th, did you say?
Yes, yes.
All right. So it's going to be on the like, are you going on tour with that?
I am going on tour. That's going to be my new single that's going to be released. I'm going to kick off tour with that. Should be in August, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah. So otherwise people can find it on like iTunes and Spotify, all those
Yes.
genre places.
Yes.
Okay. That's really good. Now I know you also, you when you're not busy with your music, you take I know yesterday you were with your granddaughter was with you.
Yes. Right? The love of my life.
That's so nice that she lives, I guess she lives close to you.
She does. And I come and I visit her every other week. She's my heart.
Aw, that's so cool.
She takes care of me. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Gives you that little something that you need, right?
Oh no, she's protector. When the doctor squeezed my hand today, she stood right up. She didn't take her eyes. I'm not taking my eyes off of you.
Good for her.
Yes.
Now I know you enjoy reading.
Yes, I do love to read.
Yeah, and you're addicted to Spider Solitaire.
I am. I've got it so bad. I will play it for hours if I'm by myself. I will just play it and play it and play it and play it and play it, and I will never give up on a game. And I'm always trying to beat my top minutes. Like I'm trying to beat 4 minutes, and I cannot do it, but I'm trying.
Yeah, I do it mostly at night. I don't sleep well at night, so I get my tablet out and I have, I don't just play Spider Solitaire, but I get my solitaire games going or Mahjong or whatever, It's
Yes,
good.
I play that too.
Yeah, it's good to keep your mind sharp, I think.
Well, it's good for your brain.
Yeah.
You have to exercise your brain.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
that's why I like it.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds really good. Now, some of the other things, cooking and baking.
Oh, I love to cook and I love to bake.
Well, then
I just don't like to cook and bake if nobody's there to eat it. Well, but when I cook, I don't know how to cook just for one. I cook for an army.
Yeah.
Like I'm feeding an army. So yes, I do love to bake.
Well, you're not going to want to see the cake I made today. Usually I do great cakes, but every once in a while they just don't work. So I posted it on Facebook today. It's just like ridiculous. It just all fell apart, but it tastes good.
Oh, that's the main thing.
Yeah, for sure. Now you also enjoy gardening and tending to your yard, right? Yeah. I'm just wondering, thinking about that, for me, one of the stress, I now live in a condo, an apartment, but when I had my own home, one of the things that helped me with my stress was weeding. I could tell people off as I'm pulling these darn weeds,
Well, mine is mowing grass. I can get out there and mow grass and I don't have to think about a thing in the world. Yeah. All I'm doing is smelling that sweet smell and not a thought in my world. And my brain I'm just going to enjoy my day.
Yay. So if people want to get a hold of you, what would be the best way to do that?
Well, I'm on Reverb Nation at Tammy Jo 3. So it's Reverb Nation, Tammy Jo 3.
What nation? What was it called?
Reverb Nation.
Reverb.
Yes.
Okay. I'll get you when we're finished this to put in a messenger for me so I can include it. Okay.
I will. And then there's my Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I also, on my Facebook, actually, the Reverb Nation link is on my profile page along with my website.
Okay.
And I think there's a Spotify with one of my songs on there.
Oh, nice. Okay, I can get it from there then. I'll look on your profile. So, well, it was really fun talking with you. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much. It was very fun too.
It's just stay there for a second. I just want to say to everybody, thank you for watching this show. That was Tammy J. Dabbs, and she's with Big Records, and Rise Up TV, and all of those wonderful people that she works with. And I'm going to include her website. And if you want to get a hold of her, do so and support the artists. I always tell everybody, support the singers. They need you. That's how they live. Well, not necessarily financially. We know that. It's sometimes not easy. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching the show, and hope you subscribe, and take care of everybody, and peace out.
a sense of community. Chilliwack's a place to be, a sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.